So Tabitha and I had purchased our RV back in September, and we knew there was going to be a lead time on when it was going to be coming in. So lead time ended up being about 2 months. We had received a phone call in regards to the RV being ready for pickup. The dealer that we had bought it from at the show was up in Churchville, New York. So when it was ready, we had to fly up to Rochester. We stayed up there, and we had an inspector come in and look at it. There was a few things that needed to be fixed that were not going to be a quick and simple fix. So unfortunately, driving home from Rochester, New York, we drove home without our motorhome. It was a rental car. The repairs were done during the following week, so Tabitha and I rented a car this time and drove up, stayed overnight, and then drove 383 miles back, 383 miles each way. We drove all the way home, straight through. When we got home, we went back into the driveway, and this is now, granted, we've been driving all day. We go to back in, and Tabitha hollered stop. The hitch on the back of the RV was scraping into the sidewalk. So now it's about 7 o'clock at night. We needed to get lift on it. So we drove to Home Depot, grabbed a few 2x12s, put them under on the street, and it was just enough just to get us over the hump to be able to back in. Never thought to ever compensate. We have a pretty flat driveway. Problem is that there's a crown on the street that caused a steeper slope than I had anticipated. So yeah, everything's an adventure. So now every time we go to take the RV out or back it in, out come boards, and we have to do this routine over and over again.
So this driveway didn't look steep to the naked eye. Our mommy and daddy stood there for a while. They tilted their heads, they stared, they nodded, and then one of them said, "It'll be fine."
Whenever humans say that, it's usually not fine.
From ground level, our level, it looked normal. No dramatic angles, no scary slopes, just a driveway, a street, a rolling house on wheels.
But Mommy and Daddy don't see the world the way dogs do. They care about things like clearance and angles and the distance between the back of the tires and the very end of the RV.
The pitch between the street and the driveway was just enough that the back of our rolling house almost scraped the sidewalk.
Almost scraped is still almost very bad.
The funny part, it didn't take much to fix.
Not much at all.
Turns out, they only needed to lift the back of the RV about 2 inches.
2 inches? That's like one really good sniff.
So Mommy and Daddy went on an adventure and came back with really long boards and short boards. Then Mommy got real low, like dog level low.
That's how you know it's serious.
She crawled under the rolling house on wheels and stared up at the bottom.
We watched closely because this felt important.
She checked the clearance, moved aboard a little, then stood up and told Dad.
Go!
Dad moved the RV just a tiny bit.
Then Mommy said, "Stop!"
And back under the RV she went.
Again.
She looked, she measured, she thought.
She re-evaluated everything.
Then she moved the boards again.
Just a little, but clearly the right amount.
Then she told Dad.
Go!
This process repeated.
More than once.
But careful humans don't scrape RVs.
And scraped RVs make for very unhappy humans.
Finally, Mommy stood up and nodded.
That nod meant success.
And just like that, problem solved.
No scraping, no scary sounds, no sad humans.
Just a smoother transition from street to driveway.
Which means calmer humans.
And calmer humans mean?
More treats. Then a stranger stopped to help Mommy. I let her know I wasn't happy she was talking to a stranger. But she later told me not to worry. He was a friend.
But I kept my eye on him anyway. Lesson learned. Driveways can be sneaky.
Especially the ones that don't look steep.
So always check the pitch.
Protect the rolling house on wheels.
And always
Reward the puppies.